I consider myself to be somewhat of a badass. Now, you might disagree with that. Several people might disagree with that. But the sign in front of my car on my parking sign says badass bitch, and it's got my picture on it. And that was a gift. So at least one other person considers me to be a badass too. But today, this badass walked out the back of her office, and there was an unhoused man sitting in the rear of my parking lot. Just us back there. We're completely fenced in. So it's just me and Mr. Unhoused sitting back there. So I had to say, what you gonna do about that, badass? Well, I walked around and got in my car and then rolled the window down and said, sir, you gotta leave. You can't stay there. Well, he didn't really agree with that, but eventually he got up and started moving on, except for the fact that he came up to my car window and he said, can you roll your window down? And I said, no. And anyway, through the window, he starts giving me his little life story. And I said, sir, I can't stay. I have to go. I need to leave. And he said, you don't need to leave. And I said, no, I need to leave right now. You need to step away. He did not step away. So I backed my car up a little bit, to which he then walked behind my car. I thought he was going to stay there, but he didn't. He kept walking. And then he stops in the driveway on the side of the house. So I'm trying to get out of that driveway, and I can't because he's in the way. So I stopped the car again. He starts screaming, walking towards me. That's when I said, I'm calling the police. He said, go ahead and call them. I don't need the police. You don't need the police. I don't need the police. And then he is at my window again, leaning up on my car, pushed in the side mirror. He's yelling at me. And I did call 911 because this badass was afraid. And when I walked out of there, I was shook. I'm still a little bit shook. And so now I got to decide, does the badass need to carry? Never thought about it before, never fired a weapon. We've had this discussion before. But I'm going to tell you what, that one shook me.